So it's really happening. Can you believe we're finally this close to seeing all 7 BTS members back together again? I'm getting chills just saying it. For ARMYs everywhere, this month feels like the sunrise after the longest night. We've waited, we've supported, we've counted down the days. And now the reunion we've all dreamed of is just around the corner. But hold on, because that's not the only thing shaking up the K-pop world. While BTS prepares to take the stage as full group once more, there's another story that's turning heads and dropping jaws. Have you heard about the new K-pop boy group making headlines? They're not just any idols. They're North Korean defectors. Yes, you heard that right. These young men, once cut off from the global music scene, are now stepping into the spotlight, ready to take over the K-pop industry. 2 groups, 2 worlds, 1 moment in K-pop history that you absolutely don't want to miss. So stick with me, because this video has everything: the BTS comeback countdown and the jaw-dropping rise of North Korean idols who changing everything we thought we knew about K-pop. And before we continue, if you're looking to grab some official BTS merch, I've got you covered. From albums to photo cards and more, you'll find them all by tapping the shop button right here at the bottom left or right side depending on your screen, or scroll down and check the link in the video description below. Happy shopping! Let's take a moment to appreciate how far we've come. Jin, our worldwide handsome, was the first to enlist and also the first to return. He completed his military service on June 12, 2024, and since then, he's been on fire. New music, variety shows, just lighting up every screen he touches. It's like he never left, and honestly, it was the perfect way to start the post-military era of BTS. His charisma is as strong as, and seeing him shine gave us hope that this reunion was truly on the horizon. Then came J-Hope, who wrapped up his service on October 17, 2024. And let's talk about comeback. Hope I didn't waste a single moment. He dropped fresh tracks and even hit the stage with World Tour. Can we talk about energy? Because he has so much of it. It's been such joy watching him pick up right where he left off. And honestly, it gave me goosebumps. If there's one thing we've learned, it's that BTS doesn't come back, they explode back onto the scene. Now here's where it gets really exciting. We're in June 2025, and the rest of the members are literally just days away from discharge. RM and V, both enlisted on December 11, 2023, and both are projected to finish on June 10. Just around the corner. The idea of RM, our philosophical leader, coming back with his deep lyrics and thoughtful vibes, I can't wait. And V, his voice, his stage presence, his soul, man, I've missed that so much. And on June 11, we're expecting Jimin and Jungkook to be discharged. They enlisted together on December 12, 2023. And now they'll be returning side by side too. I'm not emotionally ready for the comeback of Golden Maknae and our angelic Jimin. Their bond, their performances. It's going to be such an emotional roller coaster. You know it's going to break the internet when they post that first OT selfie again. And last but not least, we have SUGA. Since he enlisted as public service worker, his projected discharge date is little later, June 21. That's still just weeks away. I've always admired how SUGA balances raw honesty and incredible creativity. His return is going to add that final missing piece to the BTS puzzle. Now, I know Big Hit hasn't announced the exact dates or what the comeback will look like, but we don't need an official teaser to feel what's coming. You can sense it in the energy online, in the comments, in the trending hashtags. ARMYs are ready, and BTS's return as full group. This is going to be the moment of K-pop in 2025. Mark my words. But beyond the hype, I just want to say, there's lesson here too. BTS has always been about growth, resilience, and connection. Their time in the military wasn't just pause, it was part of the journey. And maybe for us fans, this wait has been a reminder of how strong the bond is between artists and the people who support them. Even through silence, that connection never faded. In fact, I'd say it grew stronger. So to all the ARMYs who held on, get ready, because the countdown is real, the comeback is real, and BTS, our 7 stars, are about to light up the world again. You've seen BTS take over the world, but what if I told you there's a new K-pop group on the rise with members who escaped one of the most secretive and dangerous countries on earth, North Korea? Yep, you heard that right. North Korean idols are here, and their story is more powerful than any drama you've ever seen. In this video, we're diving deep into the unbelievable journey of Seok and 2 North Korean defectors who are about to conquer the K-pop scene and the industry. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll walk away not just inspired, but seriously rethinking what it means to dream big, survive, and turn your pain into purpose. So let's talk about Yuk. He was just 9 years old, wandering the streets of North Hamgyong province, one of the poorest corners of North Korea, begging for food and doing anything he could. Spive running errands for soldiers, selling mushrooms he found in the mountains, and even stealing spoiled lunch boxes just to have something in his stomach. That wasn't crisis, it was his everyday life. Most of us can't imagine what that's like, and yet, in the middle of that chaos, this kid dared to dream. Fast forward to now, Yuk, who once knew nothing about K-pop, is about to debut in boy group called Oneverse or Universe. The group includes a defector named Seok, Japanese member named Ado, and 2 Asian American members, Kenny and Nathan. Together, they're not just making music, they're making history. But getting here was anything but easy. Yuk was raised by his dad and grandmother after his parents separated. At first, things were manageable, but when his dad stopped working and his grandma grew too old to help, Yuk had no choice but to fend for himself. Later, his mom, who had already escaped to South Korea, convinced him to join her in 2013. After a long and dangerous journey through several countries, the exact route is still a secret. To protect others, he made it to the South. You'd think that would be the end of the hardship, but it was just the beginning. He missed years of schooling and was thrown into South Korea's hyper-competitive education system, barely equipped to keep up. But there was one thing he found comfort in: writing. He began crafting poems, quietly telling his story in a way he could handle. Eventually, this turned into lyrics. Rap became his way to express feelings he had: loneliness, homesickness, pain. One of his early songs even described himself as the loneliest of the loners. And man, when you hear that coming from someone like him, it hits differently. To support himself, Yuk worked part-time at restaurants and factories, just grinding to survive. But in 2018, everything changed. He appeared on an educational TV program, and that's where Michelle Cho, former SM Entertainment producer, discovered him. First, Yuk didn't believe her offer. Like, who would? He thought she was trying to scam him. But over time, he realized she was serious. She wasn't just throwing out empty promises. She was investing time, training, and money to help him grow. That's when he joined her label, Singing Beetle, and began real idol training from scratch. Let me remind you, this guy had no pop culture background, no dance experience, nothing. He was literally learning everything for the first time, and it wasn't just Yuk. Seok, the other North Korean member, had his own tough journey. He came from more well-off family and had been exposed to K-pop secretly through USB drives, but he also had zero training. According to Michelle, both Yuk and Seok were blank canvases, but what shocked her was determination. They endured grueling dance practices like it was life or death. It wasn't just about making it, it was about proving something to themselves and to the world. Their journey wasn't just physical or technical, it was mental and emotional too. Michelle said they weren't used to being asked why or encouraged to question things. In North Korea, questioning authority can get you killed. But over time, they learned to speak their minds. Now Yuk Chow Decisions asks why something matters, and you can see he's becoming not just an artist, but person who knows his worth. Even their bandmates had their own culture shocks. Ado, the Japanese member, admitted he was initially scared of Yuk and Seok because of historical tensions between Japan and North Korea. But once they trained together, he realized they were just people like him. Kenny, raised in the States, had to adjust to Korean culture too, like eating meals together instead of just grabbing takeout alone with Netflix. The group has had to grow together in every sense of the word. Now as Oneverse or Universe prepares for their worldwide debut, people are starting to take notice, not just because of their talent, but because of what they represent. Yuk isn't out here making political statements. He even refers to North Korea as the upper side to avoid backlash. And that's smart, because if North Korean officials ever caught wind of his success, it could endanger people still trying to escape. But the fact remains, if Universe is successful, it could send shockwaves through North Korea. Imagine someone trapped in that regime seeing fellow defector become global star. That could spark hope where there's only been silence. Yuk's dream isn't just about fame. He wants to show that defectors, people who have been written off their whole lives, can succeed. He said it himself. If he makes it, maybe others like him will believe that they can dream too. So yeah, BTS might still rule the K-pop world. But Universe is bringing something we've never seen before: raw survival, emotional depth, and the kind of determination that doesn't just entertain, it inspires. I don't know about you, but I'll be rooting for them every step of the way. If this video moved you even a little bit, make sure to like and drop comment below with your thoughts. And remember, no matter where you start in life, your past doesn't have to define your future. Sometimes the most unexpected voices create the most powerful music. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe to our channel for more.